Hi, I'm attorney Joel Beck of the Beck Law Firm, LLC in Lawrenceville, Georgia. I don't know about at your house, but at the Beck household, we've got some furry family members. Our dog, Belle, is part hound and mostly mutt. Then, we've got two Siamese cats, Phineas and Ferb. They agree with each other in their disdain for Belle, but otherwise, it's a happy family. I'm sure if you've got pets, they are valued and special family members as well. But let me ask you a question. Have you ever stopped to think about what happens to your pets if you become incapacitated or die? It's not easy to consider, I know, but making sure that our beloved animals are cared for is something that I think most pet owners would say they desire, though I think that often people have not thought through that issue and even fewer have actually made plans. Fortunately, there are some pretty straightforward steps that you can consider. First, think about who would be a good caregiver for your pets if you became incapacitated and could no longer care for them. Talk with that person and gauge their willingness to look after your animals if needed. If they're agreeable, you can certainly let your loved ones know who will care for your pets if you can't do it yourself. Then, consider the financial impact of having someone else care for your pets. Right now, you are providing for the needs of your pets, but what happens if they're in the care of someone else? If your animals have medical issues and require constant care or special and expensive food, you may want to set aside some funds for the animal's care or authorize your agent under your power of attorney to disperse funds for the care of your pets. Remember that, generally speaking, the older our pets become, they may have greater needs, which usually translates into more expenses. Thinking about a situation where you pass away is a little more complex and for many people unpleasant. Ideally, you want to identify a person who can be an animal caretaker and also a backup person who can take care of the animals if your primary choice can't. Then you want to again consider the financial impact of that, especially if your animals require more expensive care. And as I mentioned just a moment ago, consider the age of your pets as well. And remember that the older they become, the greater the likelihood that they will need more costly care. In Georgia, we have the ability to create a pet trust in your will. This pet trust can set forth who is to be the caretaker and a backup, and can also allow you to set aside a certain amount of money from your estate for the care of such pets. A trustee can hold and manage the money, and then, once the pets decease, if there are any funds then remaining in trust, the trust document will specify what happens to those funds. Another option, instead of an actual pet trust, is to simply leave a certain amount of money to the caretaker with the intention that money be used as needed for the care and support of your pets. What you can't do under Georgia law is actually leave assets to your pets directly. Under the law, animals are property and cannot be a beneficiary. The good news is that this type of planning to care for your pets is not complicated, especially when you work with an experienced Georgia estate planning firm like ours. To learn more about estate planning in Georgia, visit us online at thebeckfirm.com. There, you can request a free guide to planning in Georgia, no strings attached. Or call us to discuss your situation and see if we can be of help. You can reach us at 678-344-5342. The good news is estate planning in Georgia doesn't have to be hard, and we can help. And even in this age of the COVID-19 pandemic, with social distancing becoming the norm, we can still help with your planning, doing most of the work remotely via virtual video conference. So don't put off doing the planning that you know is needed. Contact us today to get help.